Hey guys, welcome back to my new channel. I'm so happy that you guys are here. So first things first, I apologize if my voice sounds kind of weird. I have been fighting off a sickness for literally almost 3 weeks now, and it's driving me insane. I'm not feeling the best as I'm filming this or recording this voiceover, but I'm just gonna roll with it and just do what I can. So anyway, this vlog, as you can tell by the title, is about our first family road trip we took for October break here in Thailand. So it's kind of like just a fall break is what you would call it in the States. So we were driving to Bangkok, and this was obviously the first day. We were getting our last stuff ready to go. I had to make sure that I fed Aria at the right times. It's just my life. It's hard. If you've ever had a kid, you just know that you have to like time everything out, I feel like, especially the first like few months or whatever. So at the time of filming this, my daughter was 3 months, almost 4 months. When we got back, it was like a few days before, or like a week before she turned 4 months. So anyway, we obviously stopped at Subway because we don't have Subway in our town. This was 2 hours away, almost 2 hours away. And we always stop here whenever we drive through, which isn't very often. We haven't gotten in forever, but that was really fun. I often fed Aria in the car. I believe I drove to Subway, so that was like 2 hours. Then I had King drive to a gas station so we could fill up on gas and do all that kind of stuff. And then I could finish feeding Aria, and then I drove for another like 3 hours. I think I drove like 5 hours this day, and then King drove the rest of it, which was like 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, I can math. Not really, but anyway. So it looks like King is driving the whole time, but he is not. I also drive, obviously, but I'm not filming during those times, obviously. I'm so surprised and so happy that Aria and Titan did so well in the car. They both slept most of the time. It was great. Aria wasn't really fussy until maybe the last like hour before we hit Bangkok, and that was a little bit rough. But before that, it was great. It was smooth sailing, and I'm so thankful because I know it could have turned out so incredibly different from that. But I'm very, very thankful for that. This part here, you can tell things are starting to get really rough. She was just done being in the car seat, which I totally understand. I was done too, like 8 hours, which turned into like a 9.5 hour trip with a couple stops, is enough. More than enough, probably, especially to a baby. So we ended up going to a mall when we got there for dinner. There's this steakhouse that King's parents really like to go to, and we actually like it too. It's kind of hard, honestly, to find food that King's parents and I like, but Kobe Steakhouse is one of the few places that we found. There are a few other places, honestly, but we all enjoy this restaurant, which again is very difficult to find. So Bangkok kind of ends up just being a like foodie spot for us, especially since now we live in Udon and we don't have all these food options. So we enjoy ourselves a lot with all of this food, as you'll see over the next week. Yeah, we definitely enjoy the food. So anyway, Bangkok has become that for us. Another surprising thing, Titan walked up these stairs. So his King's parents' house has 3 stories. He didn't want to go down, obviously, but eventually he did. And he kept going up and down, not for no reason, but to spend time with us or whatever. But he will not go up the stairs in our house. And so we just thought, like, we're not going to be able to spend time with him. We'll have to stay at the bottom level, which doesn't have anything, but it's like an office, basically, because King's dad runs a company and they run it out of their house. But King ended up walking up the stairs. I mixed up their names a lot. Titan ended up walking up and down the stairs the whole week, so that was really good for his legs. I think And yeah, it was just nice because he ended up spending time with us on the second floor here, which is what you see on the screen, and then the third floor, which is where he was at the beginning. He didn't like going down, but it ended up working out. All right, the next day, more food. Surprising, not really. We left off having Aria in the bouncer as we're eating because it's a good way for her to sit up and just kind of watch what's going on. I spent a lot of time, this is King's old bedroom, feeding Aria there or just kind of chilling while she's napping or whatever. We didn't yet have a baby monitor, so I didn't want to be too far away, especially in a new space. This day we ended up going to Starbucks, as you can see, and we actually got a massage this day. It was an okay massage. It wasn't the best, but it was fine, I guess. I haven't gotten massages much in quite a while because obviously pregnancy, and before that it was knee injury, so I could only get foot massages and I had to get a specific person, otherwise they hurt my knee still. So it was a big thing. So anyway, I haven't really gotten very many massages in a very long time. So it was nice to do that. King's parents obviously watched Aria while we did that. But before that, we just kind of chilled at Starbucks. This is honestly a routine that we had when we lived in Bangkok. I don't miss this routine, but it was nice to get a massage. Because like I said, we don't really get a chance to do that in Udon anymore because what are we going to do with our child? So after that, they wanted to go to this Japanese restaurant. I honestly don't love this restaurant. The only thing I like is the salad that you can see here. Honestly, the pesto chicken is amazing, but we were kind of in a hurry because we wanted to get to volleyball. So we had plans to play volleyball with what we thought was an old group that we used to go to. It ended up being only like a couple people from that group, and then we didn't know anyone else. So that was kind of a bummer because I wanted it to be like, yay, volleyball, and I'm back, kind of, because I haven't been since my knee injury. But also like spend time with friends and people that we know. We ended up also going to the wrong place first. Back at the gym that I destroyed my knee 2 years ago. Super weird. Because apparently there are 2 places with the same name. There's like I think Center 1 and Center 2 or something. We went to the wrong one. So these were the wrong people playing. So we had to find out where the actual place was. So we were running late anyway. And then we ended up being like half an hour late because we went to the wrong place first. But that's fine. I did not play great, but it was really my first day back in 2 years of actual volleyball, so it was fun. One of my good friends that we used to play with was here, so it was nice to catch up with him and see him a bit and talk for a little bit, but that was about it. My knee got sore near the end, and I took the last game to rest because I was exhausted by that point. As you can see, I was kind of icing my knee. It didn't hurt, but it was sore by this point, and I didn't want to push it anymore, so I just got a couple clips at the end. This was the last game, so everyone was playing so lazy. It was not that kind of play the whole time, but everyone was very tired by this point. It had been like 3 hours. Although apparently some of the people had been there since like 1 in the afternoon, so I had been playing for like 8 hours. This one guy kept getting a cramp every 2 seconds near the end because they were like, yeah, we've been here since 1. I'm like, what are you doing? Anyway, that was Saturday. Sunday was quite chill. This was actually at a gas station, I guess. We were getting our car done, cleaned, I guess. And then we also got Titan pampered with a shower. So that was fun. We found this new place that's nearby. It's very, very new. Like they just built it, I think. And they were very cute with him. It was great. He got pampered. I don't know that he loved it, but it seemed like he liked it, which is good for him because he usually doesn't. This is our friend's dog, golden retriever, obviously. Her name is Lexi. It took a while to get them to play together because Lexi had been traumatized by a couple of big dogs, and so that was rough. But after several meetings, they ended up playing like this when we went over to their place that evening, which was really nice. We got to catch up with Lexi's owners, our friends, which was so nice. This was Monday. This is our closest friend's dog, as you saw in my lap. It was very interesting holding a very small dog, but Monday we set aside to literally just hang out with these friends and catch up because it had been so long, and we honestly planned a lot of the day around our dogs as well, which was interesting. One problem with this day was Aria was so exhausted. It had already been a couple days of just not being in her normal routine. King's mom would not let her sleep properly. So there was a lot of problems there, but yeah, we were just always on the go, and it's getting harder for her to just sleep wherever. So this day was also difficult because we were also out of the house all day, and so she didn't really get in a good nap, especially at home before we left or anything like that. So anyway, Monday was a lot of fun, but it was also really hard. I didn't get as much footage as I wanted to because I was trying to deal with Aria, who was crying a lot and a lot more than usual. So it was great catching up with our friends, but it was rough just because of that. We're learning how to be parents, and I'm not gonna lie, it is difficult, especially when things change, when schedules change, and it was our first time dealing with that. So yes, Titan did in fact run into the glass door, and we laughed at him. This was Tuesday. This was the hotel that we left Titan at for the next couple of days while we went to the beach. We just kind of got him acclimated here, and we're like checking him in and stuff like that. We unfortunately were not allowed to look upstairs where his room was, if you will, but we were able to see that area, which is like the play area, which was nice. So here we are headed off to the beach. We went to Hoi Hin, which was about 3 hours away. Aria again did pretty well, but like I said, just not having many naps or not being on a good schedule was just catching up to her. So it was just hard, honestly. But like I said, we are learning every single day and every single trip. Obviously, we'll continue to learn. So this is the place. King said it reminded him of a country club, which I've barely been in, so I don't even know. But I can see why he would think that, which is so weird. I had to feed Aria as soon as we got here, so I just found a random corner and fed her while we were waiting for King's parents, who were behind us like at least half an hour. So after I was done feeding her and King's parents came so they could sit with the stuff, we took Aria out to just also like explore for ourselves because we hadn't gotten the chance to look around yet, but also to show Aria the place and to get her to have a nice little wake window where she was able to just look at things and see things, see the ocean for the first time. We didn't take her too close this time. We do that later, but yeah, we were just walking around the grounds and checking it out, seeing what it looked like for ourselves and also for Aria. I forgot to say, the reason we didn't go to our room right away is it wasn't ready yet. So when we got back from our walk, shortly after, we were allowed up to our room. So we got here. This is a quick little room tour. As you can see, we had a bathtub, which was so awesome. I ended up taking a bath twice, both nights that we were there. Yeah, the first night and then second night. So that was super fun. I haven't taken a bath in forever. It was very relaxing. I needed a break from Aria's crying and from like always being on and like taking care of her. So that was really nice. Even though I was in the same room, all that. It was nice to just relax and all of that. This is the view from our room. Not too shabby. It was actually very nice. And we definitely enjoyed our stay here. It's it's an expensive hotel for sure, but it was very fun. I would say there was amazing food there, but there was also not amazing food there. The pizza you just saw was not good. Like the crust was like soggy and it was not great. So we decided to do that one day of ordering in because like room service, I guess, because I wanted to feed Aria and stuff like that. Kind of around dinner time, and I just didn't want to go out, but we did not do that the next day. This was an amazing place called Namada or something like that. We didn't have it this night, but we had it the next night, and guys, it was amazing, like literally so good. So we just took an evening walk after we'd eaten, after Aria had eaten. King's parents were on the beach as well, and we showed Aria a much closer view of course randomly, but then also the ocean, and her facial expressions were hilarious. She definitely did not know what was happening. She was like, what is happening here? I don't understand. But it was funny and it was cute, and she was just very unsure of what was going on, but yeah, anyway, it was fun. Hopefully she will love the beach as much as I do, but I guess we'll see. That's up to her. A very hilarious thing is every time we entered this elevator, Aria was obsessed. Her eyes got really, really big, and it was so cute. There was like a mirror on the ceiling, which obviously she was always looking up at. And I think like the colors just threw her off, and she was like, whoa, what is this? But her face was always so cute. Here we're headed to breakfast, and guys, breakfast was amazing. Not very healthy. Yeah, not healthy, but it was so good. Usually I really struggle to find a good breakfast in Thailand. In a lot of hotels, especially near the ocean, there's just not very many choices. It's not great for an American anyway, but this breakfast was so good and I was obsessed. They had amazing coffee too, which was so nice. And then because it was Dusit Thani, which is the hotel name, they had a decent gym, not the best gym that we've been to. They have a place in Pattaya, which their gym is better, but this gym was still quite good. And they have a freestanding barbell, which was nice because the one at Pattaya does not, I don't believe. So, yeah, here we were just doing a quick little workout. King and I were just trading off and on. We were doing full body. So we would have an upper body exercise and a lower body exercise supersetted together. And then we would switch so that we didn't have to like rest and take extra time basically. So we would rest in between a little bit, but we would just switch between the two places so that obviously we took up less space in the gym because we were both using it, if that makes sense. I don't even know if I said that right, but we were using the equipment the whole time basically was the goal, so that it didn't get stolen and so that we weren't just like keeping it for when we needed it after that, if that makes sense. So this workout felt amazing. I was so happy that we got to get it in. Guys, I miss being in the gym so much. Like, I wish that I could be in the gym all the time, especially 90 here in Udon. I freaking love this gym that we have here, but I just can't afford it right now, and I can't afford a nanny right now, and I don't have a nanny right now, so it's just not in the cards right now. I'm praying that one day God will make it possible, but for now it's not. So For now, I enjoyed this day that I had in the gym. I love lat pull downs. It is my all-time favorite exercise because I am able to see back muscles before any other muscle in my body, which is just so much fun for me. So King loves his calves because he doesn't have to do anything and they're freaking like lines all over the place. And I love my back because while I do have to work at it, it's nothing like the rest of my body. And I can see results fairly quickly, honestly. So that's always fun. And I just honestly wanted to end with a little bit of a quick cardio session. So I just did the rower here, just like 2 sets of, I don't remember how many meters, but yeah. Then we checked out the basketball court after that, but my legs were so done because I hadn't done barbell squats in forever since before my injury. So my quads were done and I couldn't make a basket because my legs were just like jello. So obviously we came back, I fed Aria, and then we took her down to the pool. This was our second time in the pool, honestly. But our friend let us borrow that cute little one-piece bathing suit. It was so cute. Aria, I don't know, her face, I don't know if it's because she's young or what it is, but she just looks very like unsure. Like she's not unhappy, but she's not like happy either. So hopefully she will become happier like doing stuff. I feel like it's because she's young, but I don't know. If you have kids that are older and you've been through this, please let me know if that's a thing, and if they become happier as time goes on. But this was really fun just to spend time as a family in the pool. We just sat here for a while and had her in the pool until we were like, okay, she's probably done. And then we got her out and King's parents took her upstairs so that we could swim and so that she could sleep a little bit. So we did order some food. It was okay. Not the best, but it was okay. And we got to swim a bit. We got to spend time, just the 2 of us, which was very welcomed and very needed. Okay, this is when we actually went to the restaurant that we walked by the previous day. And guys, this food was amazing. Like, again, King's parents and I don't eat the same types of food, but we all enjoyed this restaurant like a lot. They had, you'll see in a second, I didn't even take video of everything because I was not expecting to eat very much. I wasn't that hungry because we ate like at the pool, you know. Anyway, this bread stuff, and they had chorizos, which was actually real. They had homemade salsa, like super fresh, mashed potatoes made like from real potatoes and like actually made properly, which is so hard to find here in Thailand. They had the beef that we had was like melt in your mouth. It was amazing. I don't even know a better word for it. So best meal by far. And then it's Thursday already, which was the day that we had to go home, unfortunately. This was back in Bangkok. We had a second massage, and it was great. King's mom actually asked if we wanted to, so we're like, sure, we'll leave Aria with them at home. We'll go get a massage and then come out to dinner. But King's parents called us when we were headed towards dinner and wanted us to come home because she was crying, and I'm not going to say much more about that, but anyway, we were headed to Devilish, which is a burger place, which honestly, the burgers were not as good as I remembered, but the fries and the milkshakes were just as good / better than I remembered. We haven't been here in years. Obviously, it's all decked out for Halloween, but we didn't stay to eat. We just grabbed it to go. I totally ate it on the way back home. This milkshake is to die for. It's a real milkshake, which you can't find in Thailand. So that was another great food moment. This is another one. Friday morning, we were able to order from a breakfast story, one of our favorite breakfast places. So that was really nice. Their pancakes are amazing. Everything's amazing. But Friday, we just spent the whole day shopping, honestly. So here we're headed to Central Village, which is an outlet mall that is outside. And our favorite store is there. So that was really fun. we ended up shopping a little bit for Aria, which we were not expecting to do there. We were like, this shopping trip is for us, like at Central Village. Then we'll go to a mall that will be about Aria. But we got to what you'll see here in a little bit. What's it called? Quicksilver, which has like several, like Roxy, Rip Curl, Billabong, I think is the third one that they have in there. I ended up looking at the little girl swimsuits and bought one for her. Actually bought two for Aria and one for her like friend. But anyway, then we went to Under Armour, which is our absolute favorite store ever. The outlets, because obviously they're cheaper. Here, honestly, I wanted to talk about body image really quickly. My body image right now is crap. It has nothing to do with pregnancy. Pregnancy actually helped my body image like hugely. I lost weight during pregnancy. Not intentionally, but it just happened, and I was at that same low weight right after giving birth. So I really didn't gain any weight. I just lost it, which was great. But I'm still hanging on to COVID weight, honestly. And that has really been a struggle for me. I really struggled mentally throughout COVID. I also had an injury after that, which did not help. But the mental struggles that I had during COVID were really what made me gain so much weight, honestly. So I do have terrible body image right now. I am doing my best to work through that, but I just want to be honest about that, I guess. And I'm doing the best I can. It's hard, though, to figure out as a new mom how to make it happen when you don't have all the money. Like, if I had all the money in the world and never had to worry about it, like, yeah, sure, it'd be easy to find someone to watch my kid, to go to the gym whenever, to do all these things, buy these things, like, whatever. But that's just not real life. So, for me, anyway. But anyway, this is at Mega, which is an indoor mall, fairly close to Central Village, but Aria was not having it. She ended up being too hot when I was holding her, so I had to change, even though with King, for King to hold her, even though I was trying to be helpful. But I run too hot, she runs really hot, so it's not great combo. We bought so much stuff this trip. Also, in Thailand, it's not really a thing to have super nice areas like this, and I was so obsessed. At Mega, apparently, they have like these super nice mom and me areas where you could totally like breastfeed. You can obviously change her. I just needed to change her, but that was super nice. So we bought so much stuff for her. We needed the stuff though. So we spent a ton of money, but I don't feel bad about it because the stuff that we bought made our life so much easier. Like, we bought a baby monitor, which we didn't have yet. We bought a diaper bag, which we've been making a like free stroller bag that we got work, but it just wasn't ideal. We didn't love it. So yeah, and then we bought some other stuff that we needed, so that was great. Here we're at Korean barbecue. This sauce was good. I shouldn't have eaten it though, because later Aria was not having it when she was trying to drink milk. The sauce was a little bit spicy. It wasn't that spicy, but it obviously had chili in it. So it was a little bit spicy. I didn't even think about breastfeeding and eating spicy at this point. It had been a while since I've really thought about what food I'm putting in my body while breastfeeding and stuff like that, which I felt horrible about. So that night it was a struggle. She kept trying to go back and drinking more milk because she was hungry, but then she was like screaming. It was a whole ordeal that was really not fun at all. So I'm not going to do that again. Super sad for me because I love spicy food, but I guess that's not going to work. And I'd much rather her be happy and get what she needs than for me to enjoy my food, I guess. But it was very delicious. Please excuse the noises going on down below me. My daughter's playing, so if you hear her, that's why. This is King's parents' neighbor's dog. Her name is Pip. She is a golden doodle, so she is crazy energy. It was so fun to watch her and Titan play. They're very, very cute together. So sorry for the bad quality. I don't know. King took these videos, and I don't know why they were so small. I had to like expand them. So yeah, bad quality. But this was super fun to watch. I was not out at this time. I was feeding Aria, I think, or with her at some point. I don't know, but I was out there at one of these points. And then unfortunately Saturday was the day that we had to drive home. Here I was showing you how crazy our car was. Our car feels so small with a huge dog and one child, which is crazy. But we ended up obviously shopping all day Friday, so we had quite a few more like bags and random stuff to fit places. So it was interesting repacking everything to go home, but we did it. We made it work. It was fine. Traffic on the way home was honestly really bad, especially at first when King was driving, which really sucked. So King drove for the first couple hours and then I drove, and yes, we stopped at Subway on the way back and then he finished off the drive. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys being here. Please let me know down below what you enjoyed about this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.